Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So let me tell y'all what I want to get done today. I will get done today. It's not going to take long. I know it won't, because this is going to be like really easy. But one of the things that I have been researching for years, I didn't really do it actively in spring. I thought about it, and I think that a lot of things just fell the way they were supposed to fall. But one thing I have been getting into is planting by the moon phases. And so now that we're in a full moon and we're coming up on fall, I want to get two things planted. I want to plant some carrots because that's a root crop. And then I also want to plant these bunching onions. Now, just from it really gets intensive. It really gets more deep, but just from like a high aerial view, root crops you plant from full moon up into the new moon, and then new moon you plant like above ground crops. And so I feel like if I go ahead and do this today, this will at least get me on the right track. And at least I told y'all, I felt like as we were getting the raised beds built that I was really just trying to hustle and just get everything done. But now I just feel like I can do different things week by week, day by day, and not have to feel so rushed. So let me share with you what we're going to do today. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so we're going to work on this bed right here. As you see, this was phase 2. And so we've got a lot of soil that has settled. But I want to remind you all that this bed right here is kind of like the hugelkultur method. So we got our soil in, we're going to top off our soil, and we're going to plant the carrots and the onions. Now the carrots that I'm going to plant in this bed, they're the kaleidoscope carrots. They're one of my favorites. They're really good. They're sweet when they're roasted, and I like to do the seed tape. Now as I continue to clear out some of these beds, we are going to plant more carrots. I'm going to put some onions in the ground, but I've started them from seed and they're not ready yet. But the carrots, we're going to plant more because I have some really pretty ones that I want to try, but they're not the seed tape. Now I'm going to tell y'all, I'm not a fan of thinning and weeding. I'm like, oh, I could do without that. If they gave me a choice, I definitely could do it without. Now all of our carrots, I won't plant them all in the same place, but we're going to have to plant our carrots in the raised beds until we can continue to work on this clay soil. I will link the video where our soil sample came back, but what I will tell you is carrots are a root crop and they go down in the soil, and this soil is really clay. And I feel like they will not be their best if I put them like in ground right now. So all of the carrots that I do plan on planting for this fall season, they're going to be in these raised beds. I'll probably just spread them out. Now I planted carrots last season in that first raised bed over there in phase 1, and so I won't put those there again. So I got to figure out where I want them. Let's work on this, y'all. I'm going to fill this bed up really quick, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to plant here. Also, check your local garden centers. The garden center that I went to closer to me, they had a lot of their tables on clearance there because it says, the sign specifically said, please help us make room for our moms. And it was like a clearance. And so I was able to get these marigolds. Now for here in Georgia, zone 8A, the marigolds will last us up until frost, and that's around mid-November. So I think it'd be really nice to bring in these fall colors of the yellows, the orange, the reds, and then hopefully by the time it does get cold, then my pansies and my snapdragons that we've started from seed, I can go ahead and switch those out and put those around in the garden as well. Okay, we got our beds topped off. I love fresh soil, y'all. Doesn't it look so good? And I watered everything in. I'm probably going to get not another wheelbarrow full, but I got a little bucket, like a bucket with a plant in there. I'm just going to get that over here. I'm going to do just a little bit more watering. Then we're going to start planting. But this didn't take long at all, y'all. And I had to go find my seeds. But now this is what we are going to start off with. And so this bed will be able to germinate. It'll be able to grow. And then that way we can continue to move around the garden, getting everything planted for fall. Okay, so we got our marigolds lined up. This is going to be really pretty to bring us into the fall season. I got one zinnia, y'all, on this side that I just really need to get out this pot. I'm not sure how tall it gets. It was like a mixture. We're just going to put it at the corner. It'll be totally fine. It'll still look pretty. One of them is blooming orange, so that will work great with the fall. Now what I'm going to put in the middle of this area right here is I'm going to put these kaleidoscope carrots. These are one of my favorite, and they look really beautiful when you start to harvest them. So that's what's going like down these middle aisles. Next, what we're going to harvest on the end, and maybe right behind these yellow marigolds right here, is we're going to do these bunching onions. This is also a seed tape. Do y'all see how much I love seed tape? Because I don't have to come back and thin. Like, it's just it's really easy and it's really convenient. I think that's what the word I'm looking for. It's very convenient. And let me tell you what I found as well. I also found these radishes. It's a seed tape. Now I've already used the beets and I've already used the carrots out of here from a previous season. So we may try to fit some room for these radishes. And then I have these bunching onion seeds, the red ones right here, that we'll just sow in here and let come up. But these are red. They're really pretty. So let me go ahead, get these planted, y'all, and this will be our first early fall raised bed. Okay, so we got this bed all planted up. I reran the drip irrigation and then put the mulch back on top. I ran out of the mulch, so I got a thin layer over there. But all we have to do is keep this bed just moist. Remember, not waterlogged, but moist. In about 14 to 21 days, we should see some germination starting to pop up from this bed. And so if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you can follow us along. As always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching. And until the next video, bye-bye.